last few days in the campaign, how's it been going for you?
Things have been going very well. Everybody's been working very hard. I suppose I haven't seen this type of effort really since we started into elections in the first instance, which goes right back to the 1980s, and I missed the first bit of it, but in the late 80s and that there you could see the sort of energy. There's been great energy in this election. People have been out every day, all day, working very, very hard. Obviously the constituency has increased in size. We're actually up in Glengormley now, which is a new part of the constituency. There's a new energy even there. I think this area used to be in the Newton Abbey Council, which is a unionist-dominated council, which is anti-Republican, anti-nationalist. People are a wee bit excited. There's a wee bit of excitement as you go around because they're now in Belfast. They will soon be after the RPA being Belfast City Council. I think all of those things have sort of helped the campaign. The idea that we can shift Nigel Dodds, that for the first time in 125 years you could actually have a Republican in North Belfast, representing North Belfast, I think has caused excitement. It's hard to gauge, it's hard to quantify, but certainly on the doors, even the SDLP supporters are saying to us, once you say to them, we're within 2,000 votes and Nigel Dodds, are saying, well, let's get out and do it, I think that type of atmosphere, it's a different atmosphere, it's an election with a different atmosphere, if I could put it that way.
What sort of issues have been coming on the doors?
Well, a combination of a number of things. Wanting to get proper representation, so that there is an MP here which will represent the whole community, as opposed to an MP who is against the equality agenda, who is actually trying to create a veto against equality. I think that's having an effect. On a national level, obviously, this is about unity. There's a strength, a new confidence, not a new confidence, a growing confidence within republicanism and nationalism. That they will no longer have to face the type of, if you like, small satellite areas that you have. There's a new, I'm trying to think of a different word, not necessarily unity, but certainly an idea that you're not on your own, whether you're in Glengormley, whether you're, at Newton Abbey, White Abbey, if you're in Whitewell, whatever. There's a new sort of notion that this is North Belfast, that there's an identity, all of that. And then, of course, you have the local issues. The local issues, we are at an e-school up here. It's an Irish medium school, plus a GAA, very proud, Nivena, St Enda's. Up here, they're expanding, they're putting in a 3G pitch. They're also allowing for the GAA, or actually allowing for the Irish medium school to expand as well. All of that's really good. It's into the culture as well as the language and the sports. So you have all of that buzzing around, and that in terms of local issues, obviously the GAA representation, trying to get money into schools up here, the fact that there's a growing population here. We're marginally better off because of the growing the change in demographics here, but there's houses being built up here as well. There's a demand for more housing, all of that. All the usual local stuff that affects people. We're going to houses where people are saying normally we would vote SDLP. Fair play to Alex Maskey for taking that initiative. Very disappointed that their leadership didn't involve themselves. Some people actually angry that Margaret Ritchie should describe it as sectarian, or even the flip side of the DUP. People understand sectarianism up here. They've suffered from sectarianism. So to describe that as a sectarian view was a bit of an insult to people here. They look upon it as, I mentioned Newton Abbey Council before. You're in Newton Abbey Council, they will give nothing to the Irish language, they will give nothing to the Gaelic culture, they will give nothing to basically housing and facilities that nationalists need here. So to describe it being the flip side of that there is a bit of an insult to it.
Okay, here we are really on the end of a very long campaign. What would your final message be to the voters of North Belfast? Well,
within 2,000 votes, we have an opportunity for the first time in 125 years. That's huge, to have a nationalist and Republican MP in here. I think people are up for it. It is still 2,000 votes is a fair gap to fill, but compared to what we faced in the last number of elections, it is small, and we can do it. We're getting it on the doors. The SDLP have no chance, frankly, because they're 5,000 votes behind us. It's only Sinn Féin who can do it. So get out there, give us your vote, and let's make history.